Your ship is ready to weigh anchor with oxygen tanks and diving suits. Now you just have to hire the right crew as your ship goes out on the biggest treasure hunt of all time in Deep Blue. Thank you for joining me today at Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp. Deep Blue is a 2 to 5 player hand management press your luck game that takes about 45 to 60 minutes to play. It's published by Days of Wonder, a division of Asmodee, and they sent us this copy to review. On the game board, you'll randomly place out the tiles with the yellow buoy face down and then flip them all face up. And then randomly place out the tiles with the red buoy and keep them all face down. You'll also shuffle and reveal 4 crew member cards, place out the required gems on the board, the rest go in the bag. If any crew member cards ever show a colored gem with a +1 on their card, then take that gem off the board and place it in the gem bag. You'll also place out the dive site board and coins, which are basically victory points. And reveal 1 scenario card. The game recommends the troubled water scenario if it's your first game. Each player receives 2 boats in their color, player board, a treasure chest, and starting crew of 4 cards. Some players will also receive starting tokens depending on player count, and these can be used for an extra or a movement or for $1, and they're one-time use tokens. Now, on your turn, you can either recruit, sail, rest, or dive, and throughout the game, you're going to be sending out your ships to different tiles, which are dive sites, and you'll be going on dives to get points. And you'll be getting points for leading dives, getting treasure, and different crew ability cards. When recruiting, you discard cards from your hand to recruit 1 and only 1 crew member. The spent cards go face down on your player board, and the crew member goes into your hand. When sailing, you move your ship the number of spots based on the cards you played, which could be an empty spot, a navigational buoy, or on a tile. And if you go on a tile, you'll choose which spot to go to on the tile. Some spots enhance the amount of treasure you might get, and others will protect you from bad things. If you ever go to a face down tile, then you flip it face up and choose a spot. You could rest and shuffle your discard pile and then draw 3 into your hand. Or you could dive at a site where you have a boat. You place the diving bell at that tile, and then any opponent that has a ship 1 space away may then rush to the dive site, but place their ship in the middle of the tile, therefore not getting any extra benefit from the tile. Then the dive leader takes 1 gem from the bag and places it on the dive board. After each gem is pulled, every player has a chance to play a card face up, which can help them get coins from what is drawn. Red, gold, and silver represent treasure, and the payout is listed on the bottom of the dive board. Green and purple gems are worthless unless a player has a card that makes them valuable. If a black or blue gem is drawn, then that represents bad stuff. The first time each color is drawn, it's okay, but then after that, each player has to protect themselves by playing a matching card, or if your ship was on a blue or black protective spot, then you move it off. If you can't protect yourself, then you're out of the dive. And the dive would immediately end if the dive leader cannot protect themselves. The dive leader really is in control because they have the choice after each gem is pulled from the bag whether to continue on or stop, and they'll end the dive. And if they stop before busting, then they'll count up those gems to get some coins. In this dive, we uncovered a red, 2 gold, and 3 silver, and every player on that dive would receive coins based on the payout. And even more coins depending on where your boat is on the tile. The dive leader gets the coins shown on the tile, and then the tile is removed from the board. And players will receive coins based on the cards that they played during that dive as well. Either way, you will get coins based off of the cards that you play as part of that dive, even if the dive goes bust. And players take 1 action in turn order and continue taking 1 action in turn order until the end of the game. Once you explore a sunken city tile, then it goes on the spot at the bottom of the game board. Once all 4 sunken city tiles have been explored, then the game is over and you count up points. You'll count up all the coins in your treasure chest at the end of the game, and whoever has the most wins. This is definitely a push your luck game. I've seen players pull bad gems right away. I've seen players pull a lot of silver and gold before a bad gem even comes out. And you have those crew ability cards that really help you in the game. Some crew help protect you from the blue and black gems being pulled. Some will help depending on different types of gems being pulled. Others need a certain number of gems to get you coins. And some crew really help you move around the board. Being a part of as many dives as possible is probably key to winning the game. But not only that, being dive leader is also super strategic because it's up to you. You're more in control of how far do you want to push your luck, and you're not leaving it up to someone else to decide. Maybe you can even get far away and do a solo dive when no one is nearby to join you. The theme comes through fine as you're moving your ship around the different tiles, going on dives to collect treasures, and there's definitely replayability in the game with all the different dive tiles that are randomized on the board, and you also have the scenario cards. They only apply to the sunken city tiles like Troubled Waters that makes you pull 2 gems at a time. Best of the Best grants you more victory points. Bounty wrecks help the dive leader out. Storm is Coming makes you immediately dive on it when it's discovered. Dangerous Reefs, where no one can rush into those dives. And Ruins of Plenty that allow all players on that dive to get the tile bonus. You have good choices to make in the game, like the crew members. Which ones do you go after? Do you go after ones that give you lots of coins, or do you go after ones that are going to help protect you on the dives? And also, how you move your ships around the board. So, you can be super close to your opponents when they dive. Days of Wonder did a great job with the art and production value of Deep Blue. The treasure chests are cool, and just look at these cool boat minis. Every crew member has different illustrations, and each player's starting hand has their own boat art. And the insert is well laid out for all the different components. I enjoyed playing Deep Blue, and I would put this in the family weight category that a lot of other Days of Wonder games are, like Ticket to Ride. But to me, Ticket to Ride is a far better game. Deep Blue is a good game, whereas Ticket to Ride is a great game. But if you enjoy push your luck games, hand management games, you like the idea of going and searching for buried treasure as you're going diving, then this is going to be a game for you. So check out Deep Blue, coming soon to a friendly local game store, and we would love for you to subscribe to Tantrum House.